Imagine living in a world where your deepest beliefs could cost you everything. Your freedom, your family, even your life. A world where simply refusing to worship the emperor meant you were an enemy of the state. This wasn't a dystopian novel. This was reality for early Christians under the mighty Roman Empire. For centuries, Rome was the most powerful force on earth. Its laws, its gods, its emperors demanded absolute loyalty. Central to Roman life was worship of their pantheon, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and crucially, the deified emperor himself. To refuse offering incense to the emperor's statue was treason. But for Christians, there was only one God, only one king, Jesus Christ. Their allegiance was singular. They couldn't participate in emperor worship or offer sacrifices to pagan gods. This wasn't malice, but conviction. Their refusal was seen as atheism and disloyalty, igniting centuries of persecution. How did these believers not just survive, but thrive against such overwhelming oppression? What can their story teach us about navigating our own challenges today? Consider Daniel in ancient Babylon. Faced with pressure to conform, Daniel resolved not to defile himself with the king's food and wine, demonstrating incredible integrity. Later, when a decree forbade prayer to anyone but the king, Daniel, knowing the consequences, continued praying 3 times daily, openly. His unwavering faith, even when thrown into the lion's den, showed that true power comes from God, not earthly rulers. He didn't rebel violently. He simply remained faithful, and God honored his stand. Then there's Joseph, whose life was a masterclass in resilience. Sold into slavery by his brothers, falsely accused, and unjustly imprisoned, yet he never lost sight of God's presence. Even when he rose to become second in command in Egypt, he didn't seek revenge on those who wronged him. Instead, he used his position to save countless lives during the famine, including his family's. Joseph's story teaches us that even in our darkest circumstances, God can use our trials for greater good. And Queen Esther, a young Jewish woman in the Persian palace, she found herself far from her people. When Haman's plot threatened to annihilate all Jews throughout the empire, Esther faced a terrifying choice: remain silent and safe, or risk her life to speak truth to power. Her cousin Mordecai famously challenged her, asking if she had come to her royal position for such a time as this. With courage, Esther approached the king without invitation, risking death, and ultimately exposed Haman's evil plan, saving her people. Early Christians didn't just survive as individuals, they thrived as a unified community. In a world that sought to isolate and break them, they formed tight-knit networks of support. They shared their resources, cared for the sick and widowed, and met secretly in homes for worship and fellowship. This radical love and unity, even in extreme danger, was a powerful witness to the watching world. It showed a society obsessed with power that there was a different way to live, rooted in self-sacrificial love. Paradoxically, the very persecution meant to crush Christianity often fueled its explosive growth. As Roman authorities tried to stamp it out, the steadfastness and joy of believers, even while suffering torture and death, captivated onlookers. The famous early Christian writer Tertullian boldly declared, "The blood of the martyrs is the seed of the church." Every act of persecution, every martyr's death, seemed to plant new seeds of faith throughout the empire. People witnessed something profoundly different in these Christians, a hope that transcended death itself, love that conquered fear. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.